What if the only barrier between you and your true potential was something within your grasp? What if it's fear and anxiety? Fear and anxiety, two feelings as universal as joy and affection, yet they frequently go overlooked, buried in the recesses of our consciousness. We all experience them, though we may refer to them differently or try to dismiss them entirely. These emotions can be overpowering and can often feel impossible to overcome. But ponder this. What if we could navigate these emotions, gain command over them, and utilize them as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks? What if we could confront our fears, challenge our anxieties, and emerge on the other side stronger, valiant, and more in tune with our true selves? The battle with fear and anxiety isn't about purging these emotions from our existence. That's a futile pursuit. Fear and anxiety are interwoven into our human experience, stitched into the tapestry of our existence. Rather, overcoming these emotions is about learning to navigate them, sitting with them without being consumed by them. It's about realizing that these emotions don't characterize us. Instead, they're just one part of the intricate puzzle that shapes us. Envision liberating a version of yourself that's not hindered by fear or anxiety, a version of yourself that's free to chase your dreams, to take risks, to live life unabashedly. This might appear like a distant dream, but it's not. It's an attainable reality, and it commences with a single step: confronting your fear. Facing fear isn't about becoming fearless. It's about acknowledging your fears, comprehending them, and learning to navigate through them. It's about illuminating the dark room of your mind and realizing that the monsters you pictured were merely shadows. So what's restricting you? Is it fear? Is it anxiety? Or is it merely the conviction that you can't conquer these emotions? Whatever it is, bear in mind this: you are not alone. We're all in this together, each of us on our own voyage towards understanding and conquering our fears. Time to make the first move towards overcoming fear and anxiety and unlocking your true self. Before we can conquer fear and anxiety, we must first comprehend their nature. Fear, in its most basic form, is an instinctual human reaction to perceived danger. It acts as a defense mechanism that gears our bodies for fight or flight. Conversely, anxiety is a sensation of discomfort that can vary from being mild to intense. Intriguingly, it's not consistently associated with an evident threat. Fear and anxiety aren't fundamentally harmful and are part of our natural defense system. Still, when they become chronic or disproportionate to the situation, they can start wreaking havoc in our lives. Remember, the vital step towards controlling fear and anxiety is understanding them. By doing so, we can morph them from adversaries into allies. Now that we've grasped the concept of fear and anxiety, mindfulness can be harnessed as a tool to diminish their influence over us. Mindfulness, a seemingly straightforward term, yet it wields an immense potency. But what does it truly denote? Mindfulness is the art of complete presence, cognizant of our current location and actions, without being overly reactive or swamped by our surroundings. It's about witnessing without judgment, extending compassion towards ourselves. When we adopt mindfulness, stress is reduced, performance is enhanced, insight and awareness are gained, and our focus towards others' well-being is amplified. But how does this relate to fear and anxiety? Simply put, mindfulness enables us to recognize fear and anxiety for their true nature, transient, ephemeral emotions. They rise and fall like ocean waves, none persisting eternally. Mindfulness assists us in staying rooted in the present moment, as opposed to getting engulfed in future apprehensions or past regrets. It educates us to acknowledge our fears without permitting them to govern our actions. You must understand, when we're practicing mindfulness, we're the ones in command. We make the decision on how to react to our fears and anxieties, not vice versa. Think of it this way: our minds are akin to skies, and our thoughts, emotions, and fears are like clouds. Some clouds are light and airy, while others are dark and tempestuous. But regardless of how large or gloomy the clouds may seem, they're merely passing by. They don't characterize the sky, and they certainly don't define us. So, how might we exercise mindfulness? It could be as simple as setting aside a few moments each day to concentrate on your breathing. As you inhale and exhale, pay heed to the sensation of air entering and exiting your body. If your mind begins to stray, softly guide it back to your breath. This minor act of mindfulness can profoundly influence your relationship with fear and anxiety. Through mindfulness, we have the power to govern our fear and anxiety instead of getting ruled by them. Equipped with comprehension and awareness, we are now in a position to take tangible measures to manage our apprehensions and unease. Techniques such as deep breathing can serve as an example. This practice is all about concentrating on your respiration, decelerating it, and making it more intentional. It's as though you're communicating to your brain to cool down, diminishing the bodily symptoms of fear and anxiety. It's equivalent to assuring your brain, "Hey, everything's all right, we can handle this." Following this, we delve into visualization. This method entails fabricating a mental image of a location or circumstance that instills peace and tranquility within you. It could be a tranquil beach, a placid forest, or even a snug, comfortable room. The objective is to submerge yourself in this environment, utilizing all your senses. The more lucid the image, the more efficient the technique. Last but not least, we introduce progressive muscle relaxation. This encompasses tensing and thereafter relaxing each muscle in your body, commencing from your toes and advancing your way up to your head. By accomplishing this, you're not solely relaxing your body, but also diverting your concentration away from your anxious thoughts. Bear in mind, these techniques are not universally applicable. It's about determining what's effective for you. It may necessitate some time and practice, but don't lose heart. It's not about attaining flawlessness, but rather advancement. And here's the crucial aspect. Don't hold off until fear and anxiety attack before utilizing these techniques. Incorporate them into your daily regimen. They're not just for crisis management, they're implements for everyday existence. By employing these techniques, we can lessen the authority that fear and anxiety exert over us. So, let's assume command. Let's inhale, visualize, unwind, and regain our lives from the clasp of fear and anxiety. Overcoming fear and anxiety isn't just about feeling better, it's about unlocking your true potential. Here's a way to visualize it. We each have a trove of hidden talents, skills, and a unique persona inside us. Fear and anxiety act as barriers, like an oxidized lock on this trove, stopping us from accessing our full potential and showcasing our true selves to the world. When we conquer fear and anxiety, it's like we've found the key to that lock, unveiling the rich resources within. We're not altering our identities, but we're finally able to be genuine. We begin to exhibit talents we weren't aware of, express ideas that self-doubt once muted, and establish more profound, substantial relationships. Reflect on your professional life. Fear can suppress creativity, obstruct productivity, and stall advancement. Anxiety can lead to exhaustion, displeasure, and a loss of motivation. By mastering these emotions, you can unlock higher tiers of performance. You'll start facing challenges fearlessly, leading with assurance, and finding innovative solutions to problems. Now consider your personal relationships. Fear and anxiety can establish communication barriers, breed mistrust, and even lead to social withdrawal. Defeating these emotions can foster stronger, healthier relationships. It promotes open communication, builds trust, and nurtures a sense of connection. Remember, this transformation won't happen instantly. Overcoming fear and anxiety requires relentless practice, tolerance, and self-kindness. It's a journey of self-exploration and development. Every step you take towards managing your fear and anxiety is a step closer to unlocking your true self. There may be obstacles, there may be setbacks, but don't let these discourage you. See these moments as chances for learning and growth. Keep advancing, keep practicing, keep unlocking. By overcoming fear and anxiety, you're not just surviving, you're thriving. You're evolving into your true self, the person you were always destined to be.